Welcome to the Salt Circle Podcast. My name is Hank. With me today, with a need to burn, is Ben.
Oh, I'm so fucking psyched. I did completely unexpected. Like 0 to 100 in so many ways. I was not planning on watching this, and I was not planning on enjoying it nearly so much. Promare
Nice, but
is a
yes,
good fucking
Promare
film.
is
I
what
need
we're
to
talking
open the
about
window.
today. Ben's getting too hot. He needs to cool off a little.
Oh, I do. Get all fired up here.
Yeah, it is. It is very that movie is very good at pumping you up.
Yeah, man.
As the main way I would describe it, it's just such a good ride.
Yeah. No, I like reading the plot synopsis. Like just a little blurb on like whatever site it was. I'm like, I mean it's whatever. And the trailer, like the art looked good.
Yeah.
And then you linked me to like the opening scene, and that pretty well sold it. I think it sold it, better than the trailer and the blurb. But it still doesn't do it justice. It's so fucking good.
Like, there's just something about those characters, about, Leo Fortier screaming Crave Forsyth over and over again. That's just so fucking good. It's just so good.
The soul of a firefighter, man.
The soul of a firefighter. It's very important. It's
like
very anime.
Yeah,
in the best way.
And see, this treads that perfect line. I'm trying to compare it, like maybe even more so than like One Punch or something like Space Dandy. Like there's that very narrow line between it's way too much anime and I'm out, and something like I don't fucking know, like Berserk or something where it's it's action, but it's like it's not anime action necessarily. I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about anymore. You've lost me.
I don't know. Okay, like Gurren Lagann.
It's good.
Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
it's too
seen
much.
a little bit of Gurren Lagann.
It's too much.
And that's by the same studio.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was too much. This
is also the same studio as Kill la Kill, which is my comparison because that's the show I actually like that they did.
Kill la Kill was. I mean, we've been over it, but the story is it wasn't enough. This had it had some anime stuff, like the soul of a firefighter thing. I'm like, oh, this is so fucking anime. I'm such a weeb right now. I want to be a firefighter. Like, it has that, or like, I don't know, the main dude is shirtless. The chicks are wearing tube tops for no reason, but they don't linger on it. They don't do any like bullshit with it. It's just there, and I'm fine with it. It can hang. But
they've packed it all into like a tight ball.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like compared to Kill la Kill, this has most of the plot beats of that. Like actually, like the way the plot like goes through where it's building to one thing like halfway through, and then it shifts, and then the people you thought were bad guys are good guys, and like they all come together at the end. That's like their thing.
That checks out.
But you're just getting it. It's much more approachable, and it's much more like easy to recommend because it's just it's like all packed together into a really good.
I think
digestible
being a movie
meal.
helps a lot.
Yeah.
Like there's less. I mean, could you have had some gratuitous like tit shots? Yeah, absolutely. But then you're wasting time when you could be like burning shit. Like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
The music, I don't want to overhype the soundtrack too much, but I had to turn up the volume while watching twice. I turned it up once by like 30% on VLC, and it wasn't enough. I had to go up another 30 by like a good way in, just cranking this.
Oh, the song that comes in when you first see the Burnished, that da 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 da. That one,
Yeah,
I've just
yeah.
been listening to that over and over
Oh,
again
it's
since
so
I watched this
good.
movie. It's just so fucking good. And
And
just
like when
it's like, yeah.
I mean, there's I'm trying to think what the first fight is. I mean, like when the final fight kind of like kicks off a bit, and then I forget which one it would be before that. Yeah, there's like 2 points when it like it kicks in hard, and it's so incredible. That and like the color palette of this film is super enjoyable.
Yeah, like even like from the beginning, like the way the rescue lights, they do them as solid color blocks, and the way they intersect, it's just really cool looking. But then like what Trigger's known for is like that really fluid animation that's kind of off model that goes everywhere.
Yeah.
But then like they do a really good job with the CG mech robot fights too. Like they don't they avoid the big mistake that most anime that does that stuff does, which is kicks the frame rate down to match the frame rate of normal anime. They didn't do that, so it looks so much better.
Didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see how that would be disappointing. But no, they were incredibly solid.
Like the Godzilla anime, that's one of the reasons I really don't want to watch it, because they do that. It just looks bad, in my opinion.
Okay. Gotcha. I mean, I just wanted like, it's so fucking good. It's gonna be that for like the next 45 minutes.
Yeah. Because it's mostly action. Like it's fight after fight, and there are little interstitials where your characters are sad and you learn some bit more backstory stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
but they like
it sort of changes what what you think the stakes are at any given moment a little bit, but there are always stakes. Always, it's really good at continuously upping the stakes and starting from a point where the stakes are pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
With like that first fight is like, oh, this building is completely on fire. We got to put it out. Oh, also like the 3 greatest terrorists in the world are here, and we have to stop them right now.
Yeah.
And they do, and it's not like, oh, you got away. We'll see you again next time.
I was surprised. Like, I was surprised. No, like this, it circumvented a lot of my expectations, or not circumvented, subverted.
Yeah,
my expectations.
Yeah, it didn't subvert my expectations because I knew it was Trigger, so I knew what to expect.
I guess I totally
fun.
Totally forgot about them with having done Kill la Kill. I watched a good chunk of that.
But did you get to season 2? Because it's kind of season 2 is kind of where it changes. That's like where it starts to do other stuff and gets more interesting.
I was probably like right there. I think I made it through almost all of season 1, like a couple episodes off.
Yeah.
I mean,
season 1's pretty straightforward, like climbing to a boss fight.
My getting back into it would be reliant on, do they still do the whole like student council is the enemy, they rule the school thing? Does that stay?
So that's the first season. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not they're not the final boss.
Well, yeah, but do they like I don't know. As we've established, that
it becomes way less about school at all. So
that's good. So. That's good. I mean, that's enough for me to consider checking it out again, because I fucking hate that trope. Oh, what? Hey, look, it's Food Wars. We're getting a new student, but I better ask one of our current students as an administrator if I can allow the student to enter first, because I let children run my life.
That's how anime schools work.
Yeah, but I hate it. Imagine being an adult and then making media where children control adults. Children are disgusting. Anyway. It's not the case here. Adults ruling other adults. It's perfect. It's in perfect harmony with
So-
the world.
Yeah. So the other big thing that's like really got this movie on my mind is that so I watched Suicide Squad. Or no, I watched Birds of Prey. Yeah, Suicide Squad 2, Birds of Prey, Harley
Birds
Quinn.
of Prey was.
The thing is, that movie also like is like only like partly about like it's like the Birds of Prey happen to be there. I don't know. It's weird. It's a Harley Quinn movie with other characters. It's Harley and Friends. I think they actually. I read an article that said they were renaming it to put Harley Quinn's name in front of it because it didn't do as well as they wanted at box office weekend. Opening weekend. Because it had that super long title of like Birds of Prey and the Emancipation of Harley Quinn, and then it was just Birds of Prey, I think, at release. And Harley's name wasn't in the title.
Yeah.
Although she was all over the posters. It's weird. It's weird. But my big thing was that movie, the pacing was fucking dirt slow. Like, I hated all the pacing. And I think part of the reason it stood out so much is I had just watched Promare, where the pacing is so fucking good.
Yeah.
And the economy of storytelling is so fucking good. Like, I'm watching Birds of Prey, and, like, characters are repeating their shtick over and over again because the audience is stupid, and they have to say, Harley has to say, like, run down her entire backstory, like, her deal, like, 3 times, point by point, like she's reading a fucking spreadsheet or something. And in this, we get the fucking burning rescue established as they're doing shit. And, like, no fat. There's no fat to that whole introduction of those characters. And you instantly, like, they're broad enough that you instantly just know who they are. Like, that's the power of, like, this pulpy kind of storytelling where you could just have these characters that are, you know, like comic book characters, like, broad. Like, this is what this character is just by looking at them, by them acting. And you don't need all this other shit. You don't need to spend all this time. Like, you can dive deeper and make them more interesting later if you need to. But for what you need to do right now, you can have a bunch of characters all doing cool shit, and they can just do the cool shit, and that's what matters.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Hank's getting called to be a fighter. Oh, what?
I have alarms going off. But it's fine. We can keep going.
Oh, man.
It's like, maybe I hadn't woken up yet. How could I know?
I guess, yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah,
this
fucking.
This was,
Well done.
as I said, completely unexpected. Like, this was not, like, I mean, the last stuff I've seen for anime films, like, I think Your Name, which, like, everybody was talking about, of course, and then Weathering with You, because of Your Name, people were mentioning it, and
Yeah.
that's, like, about it for films, and you're still the only person I've heard mention Promare, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I missed it when its limited theatrical run last year.
Yeah, no, and then I looked it up, and it turns out it like came out in June or whatever. Like, it's been out a while.
Yeah.
How are people Are people sleeping on this? Like, do people know? Are we just late?
People, like, in the anime world know.
Okay,
But-
it just didn't break through yet.
Yeah.
Sort of. Okay.
Because anyone who's, like, Trigger has its fans. So
Yeah,
anyone who's
yeah,
a Trigger
yeah.
fan has definitely seen it.
Gotcha. No, that may especially, like, I mean, Kill the Kill. Yeah. if you're following what they do.
Yeah, it's just fucking good. And it's
Yeah,
like
no, there
it's
wasn't-
funny to me where it's doing the it's totally doing the X-Men thing, where it's doing, these characters are like oppressed, but also they are like fucking, they make fire out of nothing. So it's
Yeah.
not quite the same as like normal oppression, because at least like being gay isn't the same as being able to set people on fire. Like one of these, there's actually like a reason to like maybe like follow up on this. But the thing I like that the film does is that it goes super over the top with it. That like they're being oppressed because this guy wants to build the spaceship. He needs to like it's not just the metaphor of it. Like that's only a part of it. It goes the full way with the idea of these people who make fire and plays on that and how far can you push that idea that is partially rooted in actual discrimination. Like that's more where the X-Men and that kind of idea works, because you can't just rely on the metaphor, because the metaphor is going to break down, because fire is like like being able to just spontaneously combust and kill everyone in a train is actually dangerous. There's actually a reason to be worried about that.
Yeah. But then, of course,
Like
the extended part of, like, dude just wanted to mind his own business. And now he's getting imprisoned for being a terrorist. That sort of shit. Mm-hmm. But each like, new reveal with the Burnish was great. Like, how they built on it and how it was treated. I hadn't thought of the X-Men comparison, honestly. But yeah, that checks out.
You know, it is 100% just X-Men, except they all have fire powers, and then it turns out that it's aliens. But
yeah, which was also fine. Like, I'm down.
Yeah, that was another like, yeah, this is definitely kill to kill. It turns out it's aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, it just looks so good. Like,
it is incredibly pleasing visually. Like every single part of it was just great to watch. I was really happy that I found like a high quality version to do up, because that shit was full screen pretty quick. I was initially gonna like have it on and maybe like play something alongside it or do whatever. And we got in. I'm like, no. This is getting the treatment.
Yeah, it deserves it.
The colors
doesn't waste your time.
It does not. And it flew by. Like, it went quick. I think I looked and I was like 5 minutes deep, and the next time I checked to see how much was left, I was like halfway through, if not more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's the thing. That's why I've been talking about it a lot. Because I think everybody should check it out. Just because it's so digestible. Like it just goes down so easily. Like a lot of there are movies I liked more last year, but a lot of them are like not fun times. So it's just a movie that is this purely entertaining. Is just like something I want to try. Like, this is the thing people should watch. It's just fun. It makes you feel good.
Yeah, man.
Gets you pumped. And also, like, I just keep listening to that song, and it's real good.
Yeah, the download I found came with like a FLAC version of the soundtrack.
Oh, nice.
I've just been
but not also like. That song and then the song that plays on the credits are on Spotify also.
Hell yeah.
Not the rest is just because that they just happen to be by an artist who has their stuff on Spotify.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think like, I don't know. Again, with me, my thing, even after getting a bit into it, I realized that even if for some reason it did, I don't know, like too much. If it was too much anime, like if it was just like that point was a turnoff, the music and the visuals were enough to like overpower that, and I don't care. It has to be like one or the other, at least. Thankfully, this is both. But like, I think people who are into any one aspect of movies or TV or animation or whatever, like, you'll find something probably.
Probably. Yeah, and also like, yeah, it's just really really well made. It's very very well crafted. And another thing I like about it is the how it builds on the, which I think is like a very of this era of like pulp fiction. It reminds me of Fury Road, in that like in the 80s the thing was like, or like earlier, was to like escape the from the apocalypse, to leave, to go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
But like the Fury Road thing is, oh, there's actually out there is, that's bad, don't do that. Like we want to go out there, but we need to fix here, we need to like stay here and fix that. That's how we win.
Yeah,
like that idea is more, it's more what I'm looking for fiction to do now, and it's just, I think, more satisfying than the stuff that had come before. It's in terms of doing it that way. It's like, it feels like a forward step in like this realm of pulpy fiction and how it happens to end.
Yeah,
It just feels more relevant today.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
And that was one of the things I really really liked about Fury Road, is how it did that, and I just and this happens to do that same thing, and I still like it. I still like it as a way to end your story. To, no, we're gonna actually figure this out and murder everyone who stands in our way.
Yeah, and the like, even when people, several times it said like, you made so much new technology, you could just make different technology.
Like, he has this giant freezing cannon, and he's like, you're like, you really couldn't stop the magma with that? He's like, no.
Yeah.
We need to go to space, motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's just very bent on going to space.
And
he had a need to burn to space.
There's like that, Horizon Zero Dawn also like touches on that, and what they did is also great, because they have both, but it's like, yo, we're gonna try to save everything, but we also want a backup instead of just doing the big spaceship or just the planet saving thing.
Yeah. A big spaceship, not actually that big compared to the planet, turns out.
Yeah. That thing was...
It's very important I save these 10,000 people and let the rest of the Earth fucking explode.
Yeah.
That's some good supervillain shit.
I do like what they did with his mech, and how like this stuff was designed for terraforming, but also like kicking someone's ass.
Yeah, I like that he's kicking your ass with it, and then he's explaining to you how this was all just for terraforming.
This armor piercing machine is actually just used for like punching through the earth to find water veins. Don't worry about it. But it's gonna fuck you up. Also, the fact... we're in like full spoiler mode now, really.
Yeah.
But also the movie is a little older apparently, so I don't feel bad. They punched the planet to fix it, and that was dope. Like, that was a good...
It's very Azura's Wrath.
And they're just standing on it. Like, that was so good. That whole sequence of like, well, oh shit, they're growing. They're growing. And then the whole solar system just gets it. Like, it's going through every planet. It was it ran every single, like, that was one of the things I think I most enjoyed, was just how that film ramped up continuously in such an enjoyable way.
Yes. No, it's... And because it doesn't have to do, like, filler episodes or whatever, it just maintains that really high energy the whole time.
Yeah.
It can continuously just step up. It's so good at that. It's so good at just like stairwelling its way up from a place of high energy. God, it's just so fucking so well done. So well done.
It's really good. I'm gonna.
And again, like it's not like burning new ground about like its plot or its, you know, anything it's doing. It's just very well executed.
Yeah. No, like if someone just
Because
like,
that's why like if you when you take out just like moments or something, you're like, oh, that looks good, but you kind of can't get it. It's like it's how it moves and flows that's like. Yeah, because like that trailer does not capture it. Those trailers don't capture it at all.
That's what I was gonna say. The trailer, and then like for me especially, like if I feel terrible for anyone who just read the plot synopsis and was like, because like it doesn't do nearly enough.
Yeah,
I mean that's like, I don't know. Maybe this is a sin. But, like, I feel similarly, though not as strongly, about Blue People Avatar. Like, I wasn't there for the story. I wasn't there for worse Pocahontas. Like, it did other things that I really liked. This is... Promare is the stronger version of that. The better version of that.
Mostly because I don't think that movie actually looked good. It would be my stronger point of comparison.
Why didn't it look
particularly good? When you watch it watching it a second time, really. It was like, oh no, this is just bad. First time I was like, this is okay.
But what didn't look good? Like what aspect?
Like
did you wish they were green-colored people? Because I've
been there. Just like again, like the way the action moved, the way that all the animal stuff. I don't know. I'm not into into the plants and all the pollen, Ben.
Okay,
that's not enough for me.
City boy alert! We got a city boy over here. That checks out. I like the plants.
I was thinking about like it just so obviously looks bad to me. Why does Ben like it? Oh right, because it has like log shots on pollen.
There was a 30-minute close-up of a flower blooming. It was the best scene in the film. Yeah, no, that 100% checks out.
Oh, we haven't even mentioned like my favorite thing about the whole
tree by attaching themselves to the tree. That's the dream. Can you imagine? If only.
Reminds me of, I don't know why, but it reminds me of dragonfly sex. But that's very different. But it just feels so uninvolved in a similar way to me. Because dragonfly sex is like the tail of one plugs in behind the head of another, and then they just are like one dragonfly. They fly together. It's like uninvolved.
I mean,
it's like you're connecting, but like you're not really doing anything.
Okay, not really doing anything except probably having like the world's biggest flood of dopamine into your system.
Yeah, but like you could do heroin.
God damn it.
Like, it's possible. For alternatives. If that's all you're looking for.
Is your sex life too uninvolved? Try heroin. It's the same thing. All of the pleasure, none of the boredom.
Yeah, man.
You hate it when she grabs your dick and just won't let go with no motion? Nobody does. Do drugs.
Hell yeah. don't do drugs. Do not do not
prescribe
do the
drugs
things I say
when prescribed
on
to
this
do
podcast.
them by a medical authority.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. So actually my favorite way to describe this movie is they're angry triangles. And we have to solve the angry triangle problem.
Yeah, man.
That way, I love that way of depicting the fire, the Promare. Like, because it's just, oh, they're angry triangles. I understand, like, instantly. It's like the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse thing of Kingpin's an angry square. And you're like, oh, I understand. He's a square, he's big, and he's angry. It makes, also, he's sad now. It's just, like, that simple visual, like, really enhances the simple emotions they're trying to get across.
Yeah.
Like, it just is very effective. I love how much they show you in that opening montage of the Promare first appearing and how it goes with, like, and there's no dialogue except like a minute of like a second of like a news broadcast.
Well, that's even like I watched it when you said the opening scene. I watched it and watched it with Anya, just like, oh hey, do you want to check this out? And like the subtitles were in Spanish, like for the news broadcast or whatever, and it didn't matter. Like it didn't fucking matter at all. You got all the information.
Yeah.
I gave Anya a bit of shit for that. She's like, well, the subtitles are in Spanish. I'm like, do you need them actually? Like, maybe we shouldn't watch this film together, Anya.
Yeah, the dialogue is like it just happens to be there. It's not actually important about. It also like enforces a thing that I obviously know, but I did hear somebody explaining it well, of like a thing about why I like watching with subtitles rather than dubs, even though like you have that extra step of reading, because you get so much from the intonations and the voice of the original like the original acting, like that's generally gonna be better because they were paid more than whatever a dub actor, and they don't have to like worry about matching the lip flaps or whatever to make awkward phrasing into translation. Like there's a lot you can just gain from the sound of voice, just like there's a lot you can just gain from these short visual moments that are showing you the important thing. It's just like it's not, you don't need it all lined up in a row and like served to you in a tray where it's all separated or whatever. Like it flows together. It comes together in different ways.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
But yeah,
and also like I mean, I feel this seems really simple, but I still feel like I'm incorrect when I say it. Like the original voice actors, like the Japanese voice actors, are the ones they would have like sought out, right? Or they audition and they're like, "Yo, this is perfect." And then for like a dub, hopefully it's good. Like hopefully it matches the character, but not always. Like there's that element
like the
of
dub depends much more on who bought it.
Yeah,
because a lot of this dubbing company has its suite of actors who live in this area. Because like you're not gonna spend extra money flying people in unless it's like a very extra expensive dub. And then the other thing in dubs is the people who become bigger names in dubs, generally they get known for like a voice, so they just get brought in to do that voice. Yeah, not like do what fits the character.
Yeah,
that's just like a thing that happens in American dubbing, at least. That's like a thing that happens. Like Steve Bloom gets known for his deep voice thing, and then he just gets hired to do that in everything. He gets in, even though he's totally capable of doing plenty of other voices. But they hire him for the thing people know. whether or not it's like the right fit for certain characters.
Yeah.
And sometimes it works out, and sometimes it doesn't.
And maybe,
but it is like a budget thing, and like if you're like if you're a voice actor in Japan, it's much more of an industry with a lot more work than in dubbing in America, which is going to be much smaller and has less money in it. You know, that whole thing. Mm-hmm. It's less appealing to better actors or whatever.
Yeah,
and there's more of a stigma around voice acting in the U.S. unless it's a big budget kids movie, in which case you just get a bunch of movie actors who don't know anything about voice acting. You get a bunch of flat deliveries also.
Well, you get the movie actors, and then you get the singers. You just throw them together.
Yeah. You got Ray Romano playing a animal, and
did he wait? I can't. Did he act? No. Which one did he play? Was he the sloth? No, he wasn't the fucking sloth.
Remember.
Which one? He was the mammoth.
I think so.
I didn't even realize that until now, but like, yeah, the voice, that checks out. Fucking Ray Romano. Everybody doesn't love Raymond. Terrible name for that show. That show is like,
yeah,
that's a pretty boomer show, isn't it? Like, I'm pretty sure I saw a thing, like, if you take out the laugh track, everybody's just, like, an emotionally abusive asshole to
that
everybody else.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Like, if you take out the laugh track in Big Bang Theory, it's just awkward. Like, it's just kind of neutral, not funny-ish. Take out the laugh track, and Everybody Loves Raymond. It gets dark real fast. Like, there's problems in this household.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, also, it's ironic. It's an ironic title.
Everybody loves Raymond, but Raymond doesn't love everybody.
No, not everybody loves Raymond.
Both.
Nobody loves anybody. That's the real title. Nobody loves anybody.
Yeah, there we go.
There is no love.
Love is dead. From the opposite studio that brought you God Is Not Dead. Love is dead.
Ugh.
We'll go through those
Bad
films
times.
at some point. I'll take your silence as accepting of the situation.
My fate is set, written in stone.
You made me watch Book of Henry.
Changed. Look, man, I'm not until we've watched Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas.
Which one is that again?
It came out around the time of God's Not Dead, but it's like
about
it's
how
like capitalism is good. And it's like it's not a movie, it's like a speech, but it's like sort of
I mean, that's God Is Not Dead.
bad.
That's what it is. Actually, that's not fair. That's not fair. God Is Not Dead is a speech accompanied by a catchphrase and backed by an orchestra. Yeah.
Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas is a dude talking to his brother-in-law in a car
Great.
for over an hour.
The worst version.
And then there's a dance party.
So it's the worst version of what was the film? Wedding Party?
I don't know that movie.
Well, not Wedding Party. Wedding something. Something wedding. Keanu
Wedding
Reeves
Crashers. That's a movie I know.
No. Keanu Reeves, Winona Ryder.
Oh, I don't remember what that movie's called anymore.
Was it Wedding Party?
That information has left my brain, and I like that movie a lot.
Wedding Party. It's something wedding. It's something. Nope, it is not Wedding Party. Nor is it Wedding Party.
Destination Wedding.
Destination Wedding. I was close. A party is a destination. Yeah. So like a shitty destination wedding. I'm trying to think what my favorite part of Promare is. Like like I guess scene? Maybe not even scene.
Fight scene.
Yeah, fight
song.
scene, like there's so much to I think I'd like how just how like stuff was foreshadowed in the way that it's like it's obvious. I don't know. Again, I might just be like too good at being an oblivious idiot, but like when they did the thing, like when you first go to the frozen lake, I'm thinking, okay, probably this is going to come up, but I don't know how. But also maybe it doesn't. I don't know. This is an anime.
No.
I'm a little out of my element. Dude, if someone, again, like, if someone told me that there was an anime film, or show especially, but even a film, that had one scene where they go to a lake just so we can get the girl and the guy together to do that, I'd believe it. That's an anime thing to do.
That's fair.
Yeah. But instead it was great.
Instead it was great.
And then, like, revisiting it was also good. But, the consistency, I forget the name of what's the armor that he likes? The old, like, the firefighter-inspired mech armor. Molly? Something?
I don't remember.
Sounded like Maui, but it's not.
Look, the only mech name I remember is the Deus Ex Machina, because that's fucking hilarious.
It was so good. I was in disbelief. It was so good.
Like, fuck.
It's really great. And then like immediately after, like, why'd you choose us? I didn't. You landed here.
You happened to show up right at the time. I just thought we were all gonna die.
So what if they didn't? He would have ended the world. Like, whatever.
That's what would have happened.
Amazing.
Stakes are high, man. What do you want from me? I'm a robot trapped under an ice lake.
Yeah. No, that's such a good bit, and I love it whenever it happens. Like, why did you choose us? What do you mean choose? Arrogant piece of shit. You're here, that's why.
It just all worked out.
Yeah. And it's perfect. Yeah, no, that thing was great. Like, honestly, it speaks volumes that I think my biggest complaint about the film is like the very end when all the Promares are like going away, and they have that little giggling sound. It could have been a different sound. Like, it could have been a little better, but it was still fine. That's my big complaint for the film. Like, the giggling was subpar, but not bad. Maybe I'll write them a letter. And even like the very, very end, like, we don't have the bad guy thrown to jail or anything. Just like, that was unnecessary. Now we're gonna clean up. Though, I was thinking about it a little, but not too much because I don't want to like get too into it. But those firefighters are gonna have a boring time, you know? Like, unless some people get really into arson, they're gonna have a boring job, if they have a job.
I feel like it can be like a construction team. going for a while after they like rescue everyone from the wrecked world, I guess.
Nah. It's not enough on theme. Pizza delivery team.
Oh,
They already got the cannon, dude.
that's pretty good. I don't need that. Know that they need that many people on staff for that. But
Well, I mean, the big city, right?
that's true.
The pizza place, I mean, orders are just coming in. Although, there's the other dark side of this. This ending. That dude can't make pizza as well anymore. Now the place goes out of business. Hank, you there, bud? Oh, no. Okay, well, I can roll with this. I can roll with this on the off chance that you can't hear me and he in fact died. The odds of our audio matching up are incredibly slim, but the show must go on, right? We got like, what's 46 minutes here? Okay, he popped out of Discord. Here we go. Oh, his computer crashed. Oh, the audio. No, it should be fine. I'm getting live updates. You can't, hang on, I'm gonna text them. I'm still rolling. Audacity should have a backup thing. This is perfect. This is the content that we strive for. I don't know how long I'm gonna be going, but I should probably wrap it up because, I mean, his stuff ain't gonna be ain't gonna be keeping up. I'm not clapping a second time for this episode, so yeah, I'll do my best for the outro. Bear with me. We're Salt Circle Pod, I think. Hey, well, can you hear me? Hank. Okay. Are you there? Okay. I'm about to do the outro for this episode. I thought you might be like fully dead. Can you read me the information, please? And then I'll retell it to everybody. Okay, saltcirclepodcast@gmail.com. Yeah. Salt Circle Pod on Twitter. iTunes, Google, Stitcher, Spotify, Salt Circle Podcast. I'm on Twitter first this time as Bean_LP, and my co-host Hank is on Twitter @ComicPanels. It was a good show. And my plan to destroy Hank's computer so that I get a solo went flawlessly. But yeah, go watch Promare. It's really fucking good. Yeah. Peace.
Yeah, first time listener, last time caller. I'm just calling to let you know that this Ben guy, he seems to talk a lot of shit about Star Wars, yet he hasn't even seen the Muppet Babies episode. What the hell? You call yourself a fan? Ugh. Last time listener, too. Bye.